Hello, I'm Sri from CBTU. CBTU presents a course on Amazon Web Services. Section Application Integration AWS Step Functions. Build distributed applications with AWS Step Functions using visual workflows. AWS Step Functions let you coordinate multiple AWS services into serverless workflows. Using step functions, you can design and run workflows that stitch together services such as AWS Lambda, Amazon ACS into feature-rich application. AWS Step Functions is under application integration. You build distributed applications with AWS Step Functions. The steps involved in building distributed applications: configure, populate, run, and evolve. Step functions count a state transition each time a step of your workflow is executed. You are charged for the total number of state transitions across all your state machines, including retries. Step functions under free tier includes 4,000 state transitions per month. This is the web page of AWS Step Functions. These are the benefits: build and update apps quickly, improve resiliency, write less code, as AWS Step Functions manage the logic of your application for you and implements basic primitives such as branching, parallel execution, and timeouts. This removes extra code that may be repeated in your microservices and functions. AWS Step Functions provide serverless orchestration for modern applications. Applications development is faster and more intuitive with step functions. These are the features: workflow configuration, component reuse, state management, visual monitoring, high availability, automatic scaling, security, and pay-per-use. With AWS Step Functions, you pay for each transaction from one state to the next. Pricing we have seen, you pay only for what you use. You are charged based on the number of state transitions required to execute your application. These are the free offerings under free tier. Let us create a serverless workflow with AWS Step Functions and AWS Lambda. The workflow is created in 7 steps. Step 1, create a state machine. Step 2, create AWS identity and access management role. Step 3, design a serverless workflow. Step 4, create your AWS Lambda functions. Step 5, populate your workflow. Step 6, execute your workflow. Step 7, the final one. Don't forget to terminate your resources when they are not needed anymore. You create an AWS account and log into the AWS Management Console. This is AWS Management Console. Let us select Step Functions under Application Integration or search here. Select this. Let us take a demo on serverless workflow with AWS Step Functions and AWS Lambda. In this demo, we'll learn how to use AWS Step Functions to design and run a serverless workflow that coordinates multiple AWS Lambda functions. AWS Lambda is a compute service that lets you run code without provisioning or managing servers. In the demo, we'll be using AWS Lambda functions to work with AWS Step Functions. Let us create a state machine. Let us get started. You can create a state machine from the scratch or from sample projects or templates, common step function templates. Let us create a state machine from the scratch. Give a name for IAM role, which defines permissions for your state machine executions. Select I will provide an IAM role ARN. Let us create an IAM role. IAM is under Security, Identity and Compliance. Select this. This is IAM Identity and Access Management dashboard. Let us check roles. These are the existing roles. Let us create a new one. Create role. AWS IAM is a web service that helps you securely control access to AWS resources. For the type of trusted entity, let us select AWS service, which allows EC2 instances and Lambda functions to call AWS services on your behalf. Let us select Step Functions. Attached permission policies AWS Lambda role. Default policy for AWS Lambda service role. So let us click Next to review. Let us give a name for the role. Purpose is to allow Step Functions to access AWS resources on your behalf. This is trusted entity and the policy applied is this. And let us create a role. This is created. Let us search for it as this one. Let us select this. This is the ARN, role ARN. Now we are in step 3, design a serverless workflow. So we are designing a workflow in AWS Step Functions. Our workflow will call one AWS Lambda function to create support case, invoke another function to assign a case to support representative for resolution, and so on. It will also pass data between Lambda functions to track the status of support case and as it is being worked on. For the role which we have created, let us copy the ARN and paste here. Let us replace this code with Amazon States Language ASL. ASL is a JSON-based structured language used to define your state machine. This state machine uses a series of task states to open, assign, and work on a support case. Then a choice state is used to determine if case can be closed or not. Two or more task states then close or escalate the support case as appropriate. Let us copy this code. This is ASL state machine definition. Let us replace this code with ASL code. We'll be replacing these resources later with Lambda functions. When we refreshed, step functions translate ASL state machine definition into a visual workflow. Start, open case, assign case, work on a case. If the case is resolved, close the case. If the case is not resolved, escalate the case. Fail and engage tied to support. Let us create a state machine. State machine is successfully created. IAM role ARN is this. We created state machine and the next step is create AWS Lambda functions. We'll create these functions. Let us open Lambda. In the previous step, we have created state machine. Now we can decide how we want it to perform. We can connect state machine to AWS Lambda functions or other services. We'll create simple Lambda functions that simulate various steps for handling support calls, such as assigning the case to a customer support representative. This is AWS Lambda console. AWS Lambda is serverless computing. It lets you run code without thinking about servers. You pay only for the compute time that you consume, and there is no charge when your code is not running. Let us click on Create a function. We have three ways: author from scratch, blueprints, and AWS serverless application repository. Let us create a function from the scratch. Let us give a name. We will be creating these 5 functions. Let us copy this and runtime let it be node.js 6.1. Role. Role defines the permissions of our function. Let us create a custom role. It's asking our permissions to access AWS resources. AWS Lambda uses an IAM role that grants your custom code permissions to access AWS resources. IAM role is Lambda basic execution. Let us go with the default. Click allow. Click create function. This is the function that is created. Let us modify the code of this. Let us delete open case function. Copy this code. Paste and save the changes. Like this, we need to create 4 more functions. Next is assign case function. Create. Let us name it as assign case function. Runtime default. Role. Custom role. Allow. Create function. Yes, this function is created. Let us change the code. Let us modify the code of this. This is runtime. Leave other parameters defaults. Let us click save. Go to functions. Create function. Create next function. Work on case function. Default runtime. Choose custom role. Permit. Allow. Create function. Let us modify the code. Copy this code. Save the function. Go to functions. Create next function. Close case function. Create a custom role. Allow. Create function. Modify the code. Delete this. Copy this code. Paste here. Save. Next function. Escalate case function. Create custom role. Allow. Create function. So successfully created. So all the 5 functions are here. Okay. Now go back to step functions. This is the state machine that is created. Click edit. In this ASL state machine definition, we need to replace resource names with relevant resource names. This is open a case. Let us select this. Done. The next assign case. Done. Next is work on case. Close case. Next escalate case. Yes, all the 5 functions we have updated. Click save. Now next step is execution. Our workflow is ready to be executed. A state machine execution is an instance of your workflow and occurs each time a step function state machine runs and performs its tasks. Each step function state machine can have multiple simultaneous executions which you can initiate from step functions console. Okay, we are ready. Let us start execution. So execution name is optional. So let us give this name. So let us start execution and we can watch the visual workflow. This is execution details, input, and the visual workflow is this. Step functions let you inspect each step of your workflow execution, including the inputs and outputs of each state. Let us click on each step to know the step details. Click Next. So these are the step details. Escalate case. Okay, this is the workflow. This is execution event history. This is all about step functions. This is the code. This is the workflow. We have created a state machine and executed our workflow. So let us go back to our presentation. This is IAM console, roles, creating a role, select the service, step functions, create a role. So the final step, naming the role and creating a role. Step function is created. This is summary. This is state machine definition. State machines in step functions. So creating a function, Lambda functions. Okay, as a final step, we should terminate our resources. Delete the state machine, delete the Lambda functions, and delete the IAM roles. Let us delete IAM roles. This is IAM console. This is the role we have. Click on delete role. Click yes. There are no roles here. Let us go to Lambda management console. So these 5 functions we have. Let us delete these. We have deleted all the functions. Finally, let us delete the state machine as well. Select this, delete, confirm it. The deletion is in process. It will take a couple of minutes. Yeah, it's deleted. State machine is deleted. Thanks for watching.